Hi students, in this video I will explain functions in Python. Here we can see the definition of function. Function is a block of organized reusable code that is used to perform single related action. So it is a block of code and we can reuse the code in some other areas of the same program or in a different program. We usually combine the set of statements in a function if they are related each other. For a particular task, we write a function. Python have built-in functions like print, and for mathematical operations, there are various functions available with. But Python allows us to create our own functions also. These functions are known as user-defined functions. So what is user-defined function is a function defined by the programmer itself for reusing later. Then how can you define a function? In order to define a function, we use the keyword def followed by the name of the function and followed by the parenthesis, and any input parameters or arguments should be placed within the parenthesis, and we also define the parameters inside the we can also define the parameters inside these parentheses. Then first statement of the function can be optional statement, that is a document string. It will be shown in the next slide in detail. And the function starting that is a define function statement ends with a colon. This is compulsory. This is a part of the syntax, and the remaining part of the body of the function is intended to write the statements return, which allows to exit from a function. It's not compulsory for every function must end with a return statement, otherwise it will automatically return back to the caller module. So this is what the syntax of function definition: def followed by the function name followed by the arguments, then followed by a colon. This is compulsory. Then this is what the thing which is explained in the previous one, the optional part, optional documentation string. This is explaining what is the function is going to do. It is just an English like statement. We are supposed to give an introduction for what is the function is performing. That is not compulsory. Then function suit means the body of the function, then return followed by an expression. Expression part is optional as well as the return statement itself is optional. So an example, def followed by the function name, str is an argument, then followed by colon. Then this is the documentation string. Then the body of the function is to print the string and return back. So how can you call a function? Once the function is defined, we get a function name. And with the help of the function name and parameters, we are supposed to call the function. So once the basic structure of the function is finalized, we can execute it by calling. So we shall see how like. So here in this example, this is the function definition or the body of the function. Then we can call the function like this: function name followed by the argument or the parameter, and the parameter is passed to this variable str. When you call this function, it will pass the argument to this str and it will print the string which is passed from the calling module. So this is how the calling performs in a function. Then there is a concept of pass by value and pass by reference. In Python, it supports by default pass by reference. Default pass by reference. It means that if you can change the parameter which refers to within a function, then the change also reflects back to the calling module. That is what the concept of pass by reference, as we are familiar with the pass by reference concept in the C programming. So here a sample of pass by reference is explained with an example here. Def followed by the function name followed by the parameters list, then function string, documentation string, then my list. This is for the argument. It is a list and we are changing or appending a new element to the existing list of elements, that is 1 2 3 4 is a set of elements in a list, and this is going to be appended to my list. Then here we are creating the my list, then invoking the function with the argument my list. So 10 20 30 is the content of my list. It will be available here with the same values 10 20 30. Then at the end of this 10 20 30, a new append statement is adding elements, and from the portion where the caller is calling, it is again calling the method. Here we can see that the existing list is appended with the new elements. So this is how the pass by reference works in Python. Default it is providing pass by reference concept. Then another kind of function is lambda function or anonymous function. This is quite different from the normal functions. So what is anonymous function or lambda function? The functions anonymous, it is why it is so called, because they are not declared with the def keyword. Okay, so normal functions are beginning with the keyword def. If a function which is having no def statement, it will be anonymous function, and it is also known as lambda function. So the keyword used to create an anonymous function is lambda. Then lambda forms can take any number of arguments but just return one value in the form of an expression. This is what the importance of lambda function. This point is important. It can return a single value and it will be returning the value of an expression. It cannot contain multiple expressions and do not have comments. Any anonymous functions cannot be a direct call to print because the lambda requires an expression. This will be more clear to you when I explain the next slide. The lambda functions have their own local namespace and cannot access variables other than those parameters listed and those in the global namespace. Although it appears that the lambdas are one line version of a function, there will be a single line of expression or a single line statement as the body of the lambda function, and they are not equivalent to inline statements in C or CPP. Here we can see the syntax of lambda function. It begins with the keyword lambda, then the set of arguments, colon, followed by an expression. So the expression part tells the body of the function. So this is a sample code. Sum is equal to lambda space argument 1 comma argument 2 colon argument 1 plus argument 2. The body of the lambda function is argument 1 plus argument 2. This is an expression and the value after executing the expression is returned. This is what the role of the lambda function. Then it begins with the keyword lambda followed by number of arguments. Any number of arguments can be there. Every arguments are separated by comma, then ends with colon followed by the expression. And there will be an equal to statement or left hand side will be there for a lambda function because it always results with an expression. Otherwise it will return the expression. It's not compulsory for an equal to sign. So the function call looks like this, sum followed by the arguments. The first argument 10 is for argument 1 and 20 for argument 2. The return value is 10 plus 20, that is 30. Here we can see an example of a function with a return statement having multiple values. This is a newly introduced feature of the return statement with multiple values in Python. So the multiple values are returned. The calling statement will be like this. There will be a represented variable for each of the return values. So from this return statement 4 different values are returned. So there will be 4 different values in the left hand side of the caller module. Then the concept of recursive function is same as that of the recursive function in C, CPP and Java, like that. A function calls itself and there must be a termination condition. Here it is x is equal to 1, it returns the value 1. This is for the exit condition for exiting from the recursive loops. These are the important points related with the function. So I will conclude like this. What is a function? How can you define a function? How will you return a value from a function? How can you call a function? Then what is lambda function and what are recursive functions? How multiple values can be returned from a function? These are the important points covered in this video. Thank you.